I want to focus on one of the disciplines from Peter Senger's great work on the fifth discipline book that he wrote, and the workbook leading on to the second discipline. And that is self-mastery. Self-mastery is really a lifetime work, isn't it, for all of us, because when we are doing something, maybe we have a certain skill, and that skill requires a certain effort, and we keep improving ourselves on a daily basis to make become more efficient and effective in what we do. And self-mastery is about, for instance, those young people that are out there in the ocean. I've seen them for hours improving their skill, becoming, mastering their skill as a surfer, and riding those waves and finding that balance. And that to me is an amazing mindfulness process in finding that, especially finding the balance first of all, and there's of course a skill that is more external out there, and balancing between that mental ability to master and feel that balance, as well as having the skill to do what you need to do to stay on top of a wave there. So self-mastery then can be applied for all of us in the organizational world too, in whatever we do to improve our skills, improve the way we work. But then there's a more important aspect of that self-mastery that I allude to in terms of that self-awareness. And self-awareness then becomes the anchor to be able to master ourselves. So that self-awareness comes then from a mindfulness practice. For me, it has been years of a mindfulness practice in trying to understand my mind, because we spend hardly any time thinking about our mind. So if we can master our mind in how it works, and to also realize the mystery of that mind too, and to be able to let go when we have to let go, and just sort of trust in nature, trust in the universe as we go on. For me, that's the main focus, because we know that internal self-mastery in our externally oriented, objective-oriented world. So that comes then from that mindfulness meditation practice, because I'm then going inward to be reflective, to be contemplative, to really investigate the mind, to find that self-mastery. So when I am able to find the basic truths of the oneness with nature and the nature of life, then I am able to deal with the mental model. So moving on to the second discipline of how I see the world, how I perceive the world, how I perceive other people, how I deal with the risks and the challenges of the VUCA world, the volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous world, just like that ocean that's out there. And I went for a swim this morning, and it was all of that, VUCA. But how do I stay grounded through that practice? But then when I do that, I also change my worldviews. Say if I was afraid of the ocean, for instance, I can then put that to bed and find that way to survive even in a rough ocean. So to find the worldviews also are changing along these lines. So for me, the two anchors for that then starts with self-mastery leading into worldviews.